Hello, my name is Emma Kavanagh and today I'll be talking to you about the effects of coal seam gas extraction on water quality and quantity in the Surat Basin region of Queensland. Climate change and global warming have been at the forefront of news headlines for a long time now. The drying out of the planet is considered a serious concern, with many rules and regulations now in place to help combat the issue. Meanwhile, in the Surat Basin area of Queensland, coal seam gas extraction is at an all-time high in order to meet local and export market demands. CSG is a natural gas found in underground ancient coal formations. To extract the coal from the coal seams, approximately 20,000 litres of water per well per day is pumped out to release the pressure containing the gas. With more than 8,600 wells in the Surat Basin alone and another 22,000 expected to be drilled in the coming years, this works out to be an unsustainable amount of water loss from our natural reservoirs. Not only is water loss a major concern, but also the chemical content of production water and contamination by fracking and water release onto the ground surface. Myths have been busted about the chemical composition of CSG production water, and while it is true that chemicals make up only 2% of fracking fluid, when you're multiplying this number by numerous wells and multiple frackings per well, it is estimated that a typical 15 million litre fracking operation can use between 80 and 330 tonnes of chemicals over its lifetime. While treatment plants supply treated water for agricultural use, there has been little research conducted into the long-term effects of this treated water on the environment and the animals who consume it. Due to no baseline studies being undertaken on environmental impacts before the first CSG wells were drilled, farmers and locals are left with a no fallback as they can't prove that CSG is responsible for any environmental damage. With this in mind, the question arises of whether CSG is really a sustainable resource when it is depleting so much water from our landscape and reimbursing it with chemically treated water. Groundwater levels have a profound effect on soil quality, soil temperature and soil moisture levels, which in turn have an effect on agricultural production and environmental health. As the water table is lowered, the soil dries out and becomes hotter, therefore being unable to host a healthy soil ecosystem or support any growth of nutrient-dense plants. As the soil is dried out from CSG practices and contaminated with chemicals from production water, more and more prime agricultural land is at risk. While it may seem that preventing these detrimental effects is impossible due to the size of energy companies and government endorsement of CSG extraction, everyone can take positive actions to reduce our CSG consumption and in turn reduce the amount of damage done to our water supplies. Wind and solar energy are the most sustainable power sources for now and for the future. These resources are renewable and free to use for all. If even a handful of Australian residents make the switch to wind or solar energy every year, this is saying no to the adverse effects that are linked with CSG consumption. There is now so much evidence worldwide proving the negative effects of CSG regarding both people and the environment that many countries have banned the mining of CSG. Within Australia, CSG welling is banned in Victoria and Tasmania due to what current research is showing about the long-term effects of CSG mining. Perhaps more support needs to be given in opposition to the expansion of the CSG industry, and perhaps now that you have this information, you'll be as determined as me to stop such an environmentally exploiting industry. I ask you this, does our planet really need extra help in drying out? Thank you for your time and for watching my presentation today.